So for this transfer function, we have to sketch its Bode plots. So we have s plus 1 all over s squared plus 12s plus 100. We're going to let s equal jw. Okay, so now we see this is not factorable, but we can still factor out of 100. So we'll do that. Okay, and I'm going to put this 100 inside this bracket. So what I'm just going to do is take the square root of 100 and then square that. The square root of 100 is just 10. So this I could just rewrite like the following. So jw over 10 squared plus 12 over 100. jw 12 over 100, that's just 0.112 plus 1. Okay, and now let's take the 20 log of all of this. So it'll be 20 log jw plus 1 minus 20 log of 100 minus 20 log of jw 10 squared plus 0.12 jw plus 1. Okay, this is going to be your magnitude. Now let's get your phasor. So it's going to be tan inverse imaginary over real, so w minus, so there's no imaginary of this, so this will just be tan inverse of 0, which is just 0, minus tan inverse. This one's going to be tricky. So first, let me bring this here quickly. So jw over 10 plus 0.12 jw plus 1. So jw over 10 squared. Square everything. So this is just 100. This is just w squared, and this is just minus 1. Now I can see the following is true. So this is my imaginary part. This is my real part. So how I'm going to write this is write like the following: 1 over 2 w all over 1 minus w squared over 100. Okay, that's how I'm going to write this. Anyways, now back to our thing. Let's now plot our stuff. So we're going to be using this sheet here to help us out. So let's start. Alright, so we're going to be writing the Bode plot for this one. So 20 log jw plus 1. So we see this is the one that matches. So at 1, it goes like this, and then it has a slope of 20 decibels per decade. And this is just 20 log of jw plus 1. Then what's next? Then we have minus log of 100. So put that in your calculator, and that should give you minus 40. So at minus 40, we have this straight 1. Alright, and then we have this one. So notice how this matches these two. So since we're working with a negative value, we're going to be working with this. So we see here at a point of wk, this thing breaks. So wk is what's being divided by jw inside the square. So wk will pretty much be 10, because this is what's being divided by jw inside the square. So at 10, we break, and we have a slope of minus 40 decibels per decade if n is 1, which in this case it is. So this one will be minus 40 decibels per decade for minus 20 log of JW over 10 squared plus 0.12 JW plus 1. Alright, and that should be enough information to do our Bode plot. So in the beginning we start at minus 40, and then we stop at 1. Okay, and then we have a slope of 20 decibels per decade until we hit 10. Let's find this point. So y2 minus y1, y1 being minus 40, all over log of 10 divided by, we start at 0.1, not at 0. So this is 0.1, and this is equal to the slope, which is 20. So it's y is y2 is 0, and this is y2, not y squared. So we pretty much stopped here, and then after that we drop in this direction. So this is 20 decibels. Wait, sorry, made a mistake. We don't drop at 40 decibels per decade because see how this one's still going up in that direction. So we have to add the slope of this with the slope of this. So it's the slope of this is 20 minus the slope of this, which is 40. Sorry, add the slope of this, which is minus 40. So 20 plus minus 40, that's minus 20. So we have the following, something like this. So this is 20 decibels per decade, and this is minus 20 decibels per decade. Let me draw this much more nicer. There we go. Okay, that's done. Now let's draw our phasor one. So let's look at our tans. So this is related to this. We don't have to worry about this one, and we see this one is related to this. So for JW plus 1, so for this one, we see it breaks at, so our Z is going to be 1 in this case because it's all over 1. So our Z is equal to 1 for now. And at 1 over 10, we break and we have an unknown slope. And then we stop, and we have at 10 times Z, which is going to be 10 times 1, which is 10. And then we stop at 90 degrees. So this is going to be 0.1. Oh wait, actually we can have 0, we recall we always start at 0.1 here. So we can have it at that point, and we'll have 10 be here, and we'll have 90 here. So it goes like this. Hold on. There we go. And this is going to be tan inverse of W. Alright, so it looks good. And now our second one is pretty much this whole thing. So we see here our WK is pretty much this 10. So WK is 10. So at 10 over 10, we break and we have an unknown slope. And then we stop at 10 times 10 at minus 180 degrees. Okay, recall we're working with a minus value, so that's why we're using this one instead of this one. So at 10 over 10, that's 1. So at this point, and 10 times 10, that's 100. So let's have this be minus 90. Let's have this be minus 180. So it goes like this. Wait, hold on. There we go. Now, let's find the slope of these two. So the slope of this, it'll be y2, which is 90 minus y1 all over log of x2, which is 10 over 0.1. Yep. And let me get my slope. And it's 45 degrees per decade. And for the slope for the other one, it's minus 180 minus 0 all over log of 100 over 1. And that's minus 90 degrees per decade. Okay, so now we got our slopes done. Now we can draw our Bode plot. So we start at 0, and then we start increase. Wait, hold on, let me change the color. We start increasing. Wait. Okay, so we start increasing, and then we hit. Then we stop at 1 because then we have to start taking this into account. This has a slope of 45 degrees per decade. Let's find the point here. So it's going to be y2 minus y1, which is 0, all over log of 1 over 0.1 equals 45. And y2 will just be equal to 45. So at this point, it's just 45 degrees. Then after that, we have to take these two slopes into account. So 45 minus 90, that's minus 45. So we have something like this. And let's find where it should stop. So we know it's going to stop at 10, but the point here, because obviously 10, the slope here becomes 0, so we only have to take this into account. So it's going to be y2 minus 45 all over log of 10 over 1 equals 45. Sorry, minus 45. And y2 is just going to be 0. So that means it actually stops like somewhere here. Hold on. Obviously not to scale. Now the next, so now so the slope here is minus 45 degrees per decade. Now from here, the slope decreases until we hit 100. Okay, so let's find the point here. So it's y2 minus 40. Y2 minus 0 because obviously because of this, all over log of 100 divided by 10 equals minus 90 degrees per decade because it's the slope of this. And y2 is literally just going to be equal to minus 90. So we actually just stop here. The slope of this is minus 90 degrees per decade. And then after that, we just go straight. And then, yeah, these are your two Bode plots.